Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of An English Haunt. In the last episode, not we, Professor Moore has escaped from an evil druid cult in Scotland, and we have switched perspective. We are now playing as Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in a flashback detailing how Professor Ward was rediscovered and what happened to him in the meantime. We have finished examining his apartment, where he learned that he met a one-armed man. So now we are off to Scotland Yard, where Conan Doyle allegedly has some contacts. Well. If it isn't Sir Arthur Conan Doyle himself. Sergeant Collins. What do you think, Wilkins? Sir Arthur, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. The same, officer. Wanna see something, Wilkins? What? You'll be surprised. Oi, Mallory, come over here. Yes, Sergeant? Judging by Mallory's appearance, can you tell me where he's from, Sir Arthur? Oh dear. Let's see. With those typical features, I'd swear he is from the Sheffield area. However, the prominent forehead places him further south. I'm guessing Conan Doyle will be completely wrong. A place where the Sheffield accent differs because of those pronounced S's. Eckington, right? Good heavens! It's truly Sherlock Holmes! Oh no, this fictional Arthur Conan Doyle is actually spot. How did you know? Easy. We usually bump into each other at the barbers. How's the family, Mallory? They're all doing well. Sam's got a job as a porter at King's Cross, and little Ralph refuses to continue studying. Thanks for asking, Sir Arthur. I don't know why I partake in this joke every time they have a new officer. It's still just as funny as the first time, don't you think? You can go, Wilkins. By the way, you're lucky the chief is in his office. He wouldn't be too pleased to see you here. Anyway, what brings you here on this miserable night? Okay. Why is the chief angry? Because of your Sherlock Holmes stories. He thinks Lestrade is becoming increasingly useless, and that reflects poorly on Scotland Yard. He shouldn't be upset about that. It's pure fiction. Lestrade is not incompetent. He's just a device I used to make Holmes appear more brilliant. That's not how he sees it. Thinks you do it on purpose, and doesn't want you consulting the police archives again for your stories. I'm fed up with Sherlock Holmes. He brings me nothing but trouble. I'm looking for a missing person. Who are you talking about? Professor Nelson Ward, in his 60s, grey-haired, with a height of... Nelson... Ward. Mallory. Yes? Help me jog my memory. Or correct me if I'm wrong. Remember the former chief forensic officer? His name was Ward, right? Ward. Nelson Ward. You're correct. He left the force to go into teaching. A good man. A bit eccentric, but something. Thanks, Mallory. So, our former chief forensic officer has disappeared. We were not aware of that. No one has reported his disappearance. It hasn't been reported, no. But his closest associates claim there is something strange about this whole affair. Professor Wood wouldn't vanish without a trace if there wasn't a compelling reason. Don't you worry. Nelson Wood was one of ours, and as far as I'm concerned, he still is. Mallory. Poor Mallory. Yes? Issue a search warrant for Professor Nelson Wood, and mobilize a few officers to take care of it. No? Now. High priority. All our units are busy at the moment. Jones is with Horton, Meads, and Soulsby at the docks. Heed and Drunkle are on the trail of Louis Adams. Yes, you may be dismissed. I'm very sorry, Sir Arthur, but the search for the professor will have to wait until tomorrow. No problem, Sergeant. Although I must inform you that I am conducting my own investigation into the matter. I won't be the one to stand in your way. We could use a mind like yours. But be careful. I don't want the chief finding out, okay? Regarding Professor Nelson Ward's disappearance, do you have any leads? I believe I've stumbled upon an important clue. Would you mind sharing it with me? Apparently, Professor Ward left his home last night accompanied by someone. A beggar, a certain Robert, witnessed the event. Was this Robert the last person who saw Professor Ward? Indeed. And could he recognize that person? He couldn't see his face, but he is certain he was missing an arm. Right or left arm? Left. And he also heard his voice. Let's say he threatened him. Or rather, he threatened him indirectly. Not many details, but enough for me to organize a lineup for them. What are you going to round up all people missing their left arm in London? We have several registered disabled individuals of that sort. I suppose the guy who's been threatening beggars at night would be among them. Would you bring that beggar here so he can identify the guy? Indeed. Right. In the meantime, I'll have Mallory gather a few suspects who fit the description you provided. Thank you for your assistance, Sergeant. I'll do everything I can to clear this up. As I said, Nelson Ward is still one of ours. That doesn't seem very good or nice. But what do I know about police behavior? The top one is a reminder of the officer's code of conduct. The bottom one is a wanted poster for Audrey the Captain. Okay, Wilkins. Leave the officers alone, Sir Arthur. We've misplaced a very important report, and we need to find it before dawn. You'll have to wait if you want to talk to the chief. He's busy having Hornsby go in and out of the office to see if he comes across that damn report. Right. Helmets. Oh, the distinctive custodian helmets. It's been more than 40 years since they replaced those horrors better suited to the army than a modern metropolitan police force. Okay. What else do we have? Newspaper clippings. Newspaper clippings highlighting various successes of Scotland Yard. The chief put them up himself. According to him, it boosts the morale of the officers. It's the wanted poster for someone named William Lancaster. He's accused of seducing and poisoning a wealthy spinster with strychnine to get her inheritance. The top poster is Mary and Di, and Annie accused of murdering the babies in her care. Their whereabouts are unknown. The poster below shows a photograph of Gordon Adams, nicknamed the Angel of Death. I remember reading about him recently. He's a doctor who poisoned several patients with morphine. We have a reliable lead that will help us locate him. It's just a matter of time. Wait, I wanted to click on the guy and he is not clickable. Oh. Mallory seems to be looking for something in that drawer. I better let him work. Look. I trust the professor isn't in danger. If he is, time would be against him. Alright, let's, I guess, go back to the beggar? And harass him yet again? Rupert? Sir. I forgot what voice I gave to Rupert. Would you be so kind as to accompany me to the police station? Me? Why me? I ain't done nothing. I know, and you need not worry. You just have to come with me and pick out the one-armed man from a lineup. That's it. Pick him out. I don't want trouble, sir. You can rest assured he will not be able to see you. You sure about that? I give you my word. Lineups protect with the witnesses. I don't know. Never been in one. I, however, have attended a few. So trust me when I say your anonymity will be preserved. You seem like someone who knows what he's talking about. Or hell, at least acts like he knows what he's talking about. What do you say? It will only take a few minutes of your time. You know, I feel like if Conan Doyle just gave him some money, it would probably be a lot easier to convince him, and the beggar would have something for his trouble. If not for me, then do it for the professor. Well, what the heck? I'll do it for the professor. Shall we go? I'm fascinated by this room. It's nothing like the last one I was in for a lineup. Do you like it? The glass separating us from the sun is special. As you can observe, both you and I can see what clearly was on the other side. They'll only see their own reflection. And I suppose the vents up there allow communication with the room on the other side, so they can hear you. Exactly. If I raise my voice, I can give orders. Fascinating. It costs a pretty penny to install these spaces in all police stations. But with this method, with the safety doubles, that's what matters. Did you hear that, Mr. Rupert? You have nothing to fear. You can come here without any problem. Yeah, seems safe. Mallory, line them up. You heard the sergeant, gentlemen? Form a line and stop in the center of the room. Yes, let's harass all the disabled people of London. I bet it's the guy in the coat. Bolt? Excellent. Stand ground. Not even the Royal Guard marches as well as you do. Look straight ahead and await the sergeant's instruction plates. What kind of shit is this? What's the matter? You're asking me what's the matter? There's a petty man there. The first one, the bald one. Why isn't he behind bars? We have no evidence that this gentleman has committed a crime. He's a petty man. He belongs to a gang of extortionists and murderers. Isn't that crime enough? Sir, we're here so you can identify the person you saw last night. Vicock, so the rumors are true. The police turn a blind eye to these Irish pigs. This institution stinks. You are a corrupt lot. Rupert, I don't think this is the time. Sir, watch your mouth when speaking of this immaculate institution. Do you want to be detained for contempt? Is that what you want? Whoa, let's get this over with. Very well, gentlemen. You've been given a note with a phrase written on it. I'll call you by the number you've been assigned. When you hear it, read the note out loud. Do not attempt to fake your voice. Do not try to deceive us. We'll know. Got it? Let's begin. Number 1. You know what, I will not be doing special voices for them, I'll just use my regular voice. You haven't seen... No. You're number 5. Number 1 is the person at the other end. I've been assigned number 4, sir. Mallory, what the hell have you done? It doesn't matter. You'll be number 1 from now on. The one to your left will be number 2, and so on. Is that clear? Let's start again. Number 1. Say your line. You haven't seen anything. Understood? Right. Number 2. You haven't seen anything. Understood? Thank you. Number 3. Number 3. Are you deaf? Sorry, Sergeant, but I can't read. Did you hear the phrase your colleague said? Yes? Just repeat it. Okay. You haven't seen anything. Understood? Very well. Thank you. Number 4. Wait, you scumbag! Not a word about what happened here. Understood? What? You can't read either, or you're making up what's on the note. I just wanted to add more drama. Who wrote this? This line isn't believable. You see, Sir Arthur, we have an aspiring writer among us. Be careful. He might give you a run for your money. Can you just read what the note says? Why, all that's folly, Mallory. Where did you find this guy? From the theater, Sergeant. He's an actor. We're in a lineup, not an audition. Please just read the line as written. You haven't seen anything. Understood? Is this okay? That's fine. Thank you very much. Number 5. You haven't seen anything. Understood? Mr. Rupert, which of these people spoke to you last night? Number 2. Number 2? See, I told you it would be the guy in the coat. Are you sure? Absolutely. That voice is unmistakable. Clive, Really? I thought you were going to turn over and you leave. Okay. I don't know what this is all about, Sergeant. But I promise you, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm an honest person now. I even have a decent job. I'm a coachman. A coachman, huh? And how do you drive with only one hand? Very carefully, Sergeant. Are you sure it's live? I give you my word, sir. Alright, gentlemen. The show is over. Please exit on the left. Everyone, except number 2. And thank you very much for your cooperation. Come on, gentlemen. You heard the sergeant. I would like to speak to the suspect, Sergeant. Sure, go ahead. We're done here, Mr. Rupert. You can go. I mean, he's not even a suspect. He's not being accused of anything except, I guess, threatening a hobo. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Do you pay anything? What? For doing this? Oh, of course not. Is it not enough for you to contribute to justice? Oh, good night. Live, isn't it? Have I gotten into trouble, sir? I don't know. You should know. Can I ask if you were on Dorset Street last night? Indeed, I was there last night. I picked up a gentleman at number 14. A certain Ward. He said he was a professor. You did not know him previously? No, sir. It was the first time I saw him. And where did you take him? To the Blackstone Asylum, sir. Half an hour earlier, a gentleman gave me a note with Mr. Ward's address and the destination he'd be taken to. Would you recognize that person? No, sir. It was very dark, and he hardly spoke to me. He just gave me the note with the exact pair. Did you speak with the Professor Wood, or just drive him? Sorry. Oh, yes. On the way to the carriage, we had a very strange conversation. According to him, he received a letter detailing certain supernatural events that had occurred in a cell at the asylum. Apparently he was a ghost hunter, and his services were required. He was excited as a child on Christmas Eve. Why did you tell the beggar not to speak about anything he saw? Oh, the note I was given indicated that under no circumstances could anyone know that the professor was heading to Blackstone. I see. Continue. Upon arriving to the asylum, a terrible thing happened. As soon as we got off the carriage, 2 orderlies were waiting for him, along with someone who seemed to be the director of the facility. The orderlies grabbed him by the arms and dragged him away screaming. He was insane. I should have suspected it from all those ghost stories he told me. Good heavens. Professor Wood is not insane. He is the foremost authority on metapsychics in all of London. I don't know what that is. Apparently, neither do the people in charge of the center. They dragged him away. Have you heard the account of events, Sergeant? By gods, yes. We must do something about this misunderstanding. I'll wait for the boys to come, and I'll accompany them to Blackstone myself. Wait! This can be delayed. I told you before, all my officers are busy. I'll go myself. But the chief has just left, and I can't leave the station in Mallory's hands. Let's wait a couple of hours. Alright. May I go on ahead? I'll be waiting for you at the asylum gate. Alright, Sir Arthur. But don't do anything on your own. Just wait there until we arrive. I appreciate all your inquiries, but the time for playing detective is over. Leave this matter to the professionals, okay? Completely agree. We are going to try and break into the Blackstone Asylum. The Blackstone Asylum. I heard chilling tales of the inhumane treatment of patients. Oh yeah, as Patrick Moore, we narrated a newspaper article about someone breaking out of the Blackstone Asylum and trying to run away and whistleblowing on inhumane treatment of patients. Preparing, electroshock therapy, and cold water baths to alleviate their illness. Entering Blackstone was like stepping back a century. A place that should no longer exist in this modern world. Looked. Here goes there. Who are you? What do you want? I've come to visit the patient. This institution doesn't allow visitors, sir. And even if it did, this wouldn't be the time for it. There seems to be a misunderstanding with one of the patients. The asylum is closed, sir. If you have an issue, contact the administration. But you see, I'd advise you to leave. The storm is getting worse, and you wouldn't want to be in such a remote place. Good night. Guess it? Alright, let's go on a rampage. This noble institution was inaugurated by Her Majesty Queen Victoria on 6th of October 1865. No unannounced visits allowed. I suppose management wants to control knowledge of the atrocities that occur behind these walls. The wine looks sturdy. I could climb it to get inside. Wait, you! What are you up to? Don't try anything crazy. I'll be watching you. Okay, so we need to distract him somehow. Still here? Why don't you leave? I need to see a patient. It's urgent. See that plaque to your right? Yes? Approach it and read it. Yes, I've read it before. So what does it say? No unannounced visits allowed. Exactly. No exceptions will be made for you. How can I arrange the visit? Write a letter to the director of the facility. Or wait until tomorrow morning and request an appointment with him. And when will the director be able to see me? In a week, I suppose. 3 days if it's urgent. There is a person inside who shouldn't be confined. That's what all the patients think. But of course, they're mad. And you too. Do you know I'm waiting for the police? They will handle the matter that has brought me here. That's fine with me, sir. When the authorities arrive, I'll gladly open the door for them. But not for you. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am? Enlighten me. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Does that name ring a bell? No, to be honest. Sherlock Holmes? Are you telling me you're Sherlock Holmes? Hell no. I write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Does the name automatically ring a bell? Of course. I could say I'm Charles Dickens. However, in keeping with this absurdity, I'll say I'm Oliver Twist himself. Let me into the asylum. I'm a doctor. I thought you said you were a writer. I am also a doctor. I studied medicine at the University of Edinburgh, served as a ship doctor, and studied ophthalmology in Vienna. After that, I opened a private practice in London before focusing on writing. So I have the authority to enter this asylum. You know what? I was a sailor on a schooner. That doesn't give me the right to demand entry to the SS Suevic. Anyway, this isn't a public hospital. The rules here are stricter, so please respect them. Let me in. I'll catch you pneumonia. I think I can fix that. Finally. Thought you'd never come to your senses. Yeah. Use this to protect yourself from the rain and go back the way you came. Yay. Okay, I did not think this line of inquiry will get us anywhere. But at least we get a blanket. Hell yeah, free blanket. You again. What the devil do you want now? Are you aware of Professor Nelson Ward's admission? Professor? I have no record of any professor being admitted. We have 5 Napoleons, 5 Neros, 3 Napoleons, 5 Neros, and 4 Jesus. You won't let me in, will you? Wow, I think you're starting to get it. Alright, let's go and see how we can abuse our newfound blanket power. I see a suspicious brick. The writer's life is very sedentary, but I think I'm physically fit enough to climb the wall and access the compound. But I'm concerned about those glass shuts. Could it hurt? I'd also need some kind of ledge or crevice to support my foot while climbing. I'm afraid I will remain on the ground otherwise. The wall is topped with glass shards to deter intruders. I imagine it is mostly to deter someone from climbing out, but well, let's breathe some loose. I can't remove it with my bare hands. Okay, so we have a blanket for the shot. Let's try... Amazing throw. Good aim, Martha. The blanket should protect me from the glass shards. Okay, but we need something to be able to remove the brick, I guess. The blanket's thickness will help me prevent from getting caught by the glass shards, but I still need the ledge on the wall to grip securely while climbing. What do we have? Do we need a wine? Oh, there are bushes. There is something in the bushes. An umbrella? It's an old tattered umbrella. Can we use the umbrella to dry out the stone? I feel like the answer should be no. Umbrellas are usually pretty flimsy. An old rusty umbrella. The fabric is horny, making it impossible to use for its intended purposes. I think I'll use the umbrella tip to leverage it. That will help me to get it out. Excellent. It seems to have moved a bit. It shouldn't be difficult to remove it. I couldn't remove it completely, but I think it will make a good foothold to support me in climbing the wall without difficulty. Okay. Right. Well, let's go. Go on, animate it. No! Damn it. Why is there a reception? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Who are you? You cannot be here. Figuring out how to access the asylum lobby had cost me a great deal of back pain and an incipient cough. There was no way the nurse was going to let me visit the professor, and I didn't want to go through the ordeal of sneaking into the cells again. So I employed a weapon that Britons of my social standing knew very well. Arrogance. What's this about me not being able to be here, my good woman? And what do you mean, who am I? Okay, well, I know these two. Dr. Moreau is from the island of Dr. Moreau, and Dr. Jekyll is from Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know who Dr. Hesselius and Dr. Stewart are. Let's say we're Dr. Stewart. Dr. Stewart! Damn it! You refer to me as if you don't know me. I've never seen you around here, Dr. Stewart. That you've never... Well, I understand that you may have never noticed my presence in Blackstone. You're just a simple nurse. I'm the head nurse, Doctor. Details. I'm here because a very serious mistake has been made. One of the patients must be discharged immediately. So tell me in which cell Professor Nelson Ward is located, and I will apologize to him for this institution's incompetence. I changed my mind. Call the warden and tell him to bring Professor Ward before me. I will wait for him here. Come on. What are you sitting there for? Move! Excuse me, Dr. Stewart, but I have not been informed about this matter. You should know that nothing happens in Blackstone without Director Edwards' approval. So, unfortunately, I cannot help you. In any case, the guard let you through. Your credentials must be correct. Feel free to access any part of the facility. However, regarding this alleged error with one of the patients, I have to wait for the confirmation from the director. Where is the director? I will speak with him, and this matter will be resolved in minutes. By the way, tell me your name, and I will record what little help I have received from you. Miss Hunt. I'm his right hand. And the director is not at Blackstone right now. His right hand, eh? I know when I'm facing defeat, and I realized that Miss Hunt was not going to give. I could have waited for Sergeant Collins to show up, but by now he should have already arrived with the cavalry. There was an innocent man being held at Blackstone, and I didn't want to spend another minute in one of those. Therefore, I had to rely on my wits once again to free him. Thank you for your time, Miss Hunt. Yes. And And this is where we will end today's episode. Tomorrow, we will continue our breaking into this metal set. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.